Hello and welcome to Pitchforks and Daggers. This is a branching court politics drama. In other words, where every single choice you make actually has an impact on the story. So let's make a new game here. Act 1. The Lord of Alston. And indeed, this is us. This is us right here. Yes, we're sitting very pretty indeed on our throne. Ah, my king, a group from the village of Alston has arrived. They have brought someone with them in chains. And who is this prisoner? I'm not certain, but by his clothes, I'd wager he's a noble. Very well, send them in. You may speak. Forgive us for arriving unannounced, Your Majesty. We are the people of Alston, and we've come with the man who murdered our friend Walter. His name is John, son of our governor, Lord James. We bring him to you so that you, and not his father, may judge him. Very well, let us hear from him. What do you have to say in your defense? I caught Walter with my sister, in her bed. I acted on impulse, yes, but I had to stop that peasant from disgracing my family. Please, Your Majesty, release me. I did this only for my sister's sake. Lawyer, your sister was so stricken by your deed that she took her own life. Enough! My king, the decision rests with you. Will you execute him or set him free? But be warned, executing a governor's son could have grave political consequences. You should speak with Victor, our head of intelligence, for more details about the murder. Lady Verena can help you better understand Lord James. You can also seek counsel from Prime Mediator Frederick and our Economy Minister Louis. They are both waiting downstairs. Once you've decided, meet me in the War Council room at the end of the hall. Very well. I will consult my court, then return with my judgment. Alright, so here we go. We can actually walk around. As you can see right here, it says our main objective is to meet with Sir Gregor. Obviously, well, that's only once we've made our decision, and otherwise we can speak to Victor, Verena, and Frederick, and we can gather some information. Greetings, Victor. Greetings, Your Majesty. Have your spies begun investigating the situation in Alston? Yes, they have. We've gathered some information. What would you like to know? Alright, so tell me about the killer and his father. John, son of Lord James, is 34 years old and was born in Alston. My sources say that even before the murder, he had several fights with peasants. A tavern owner claimed John nearly stabbed a peasant who teased him a few weeks ago. It seems John holds deep contempt for the peasants. That explains his violent reaction when he found one sleeping with his sister. What about his father, Lord James? Does he share the same disdain for the people of Alston? I can't say for certain, but the villagers certainly don't like him or his family, beyond occasional disputes between the nobles and peasants. They're also upset about the raised taxes, and nobles from Irvine crossing the channel to meet Lord James. Nobles crossing the channel? What do you mean? Since when have we allowed my uncle's servants to enter Ellendar freely? I fear Lord James is making deals with Irvine without your consent. It might be simple business, as they share the same channel, or it could be something more dangerous. Make sure your spies uncover what they're plotting. I won't tolerate my Uncle Harold scheming with one of my lords. Understood, Your Majesty. I'll see to it immediately. Alright, tell me about the victim. Walter was a 27-year-old peasant from Alston. He worked as a construction worker for the governor. He likely met the governor's daughter while renovating their garden last year. They probably had an affair until John caught them together and killed Walter this week. Does Walter hold any special place among the villagers? According to my sources, he was well loved in the village, especially among his fellow construction workers and close friends. What project are these workers engaged in currently? They are renovating the harbor at the moment. I see. All right. Okay. There's going to be something going on here that is much more than meets the eye, in my opinion. And I'm not sure, I'm not sure what I'm really making of it so far. I'd like to know how old the sister was. I would really like to know how old the sister was. I think that is going to be the biggest consequence here, but let's actually just have a look, because I obviously have no idea what's going on right now. Good afternoon, Henry. Not so good, I'm afraid. Some peasants from Alston came with John, son of Lord James. They claim he murdered their friend and want me to judge him instead of his father. Do they have any proof of the murder? Yes, he confessed to killing their friend when he caught him sleeping with his sister. The governor's daughter then took her own life. That's troubling. You can't execute James's son. The last time I saw him, he was very upset and unhappy with your rule. Executing his elder son so soon after his daughter's death could have serious consequences. What kind of consequences? He might rebel against you, or worse, he could join forces with your uncle and side with the kingdom of Irvine. Alston is the closest village to the border. King Harold of Irvine would likely reward Lord James generously if he chose to support him. I won't allow that. Not now. Speaking of which, I saw Mary earlier today. She was crying in the hallway. You must not let your wife show such vulnerability in public, no matter how difficult her situation is. Watch your tongue. You're talking about the Queen. I'm sorry, but this situation has been dragging on for years. A queen must appear strong and confident, even if she cannot fulfill her main purpose in this world. Aye. Those in power must always seem confident. I learned that when I was Ellender's regent. I will speak with her. Thank you, Verena. Your insight is as sharp as ever. You're welcome, Henry. All right, so this is what's really, really cool about the game. They do tell you where people are. I know. It should be kind of like a thing that is kind of standard, but no, actually, no. A lot of the time, when I play a game like this, is a little bit more narrative focused. I'm always like, where are people? I need to find them, and then I can never find them. But yes, we have now found Mary. How are you holding up? I'm fine. Really? Because I spoke with Verena earlier, and I told you I'm fine, Henry. Please, just leave me alone. I'm sorry. I know this past year has been difficult. I'm here if you want to talk. I saw the Lord of Vilcrop this morning. He and my cousin have been married for just 4 years, and they already have 3 healthy boys. One day we'll have 3 healthy boys too. Who are you fooling? It's been more than a decade. A decade of heartbreaks and broken dreams. A decade of enduring insults from the court. I can't take it anymore. What do you want me to do? I want to move to a separate bedroom. Are you sure? What about us? What about our love? There is no more love between us. Not for the past year, at least. All right, and now we have another choice, once again, to make. And one of these, this is the thing, one of these is definitely going to be amazing for the relationship between these two, and the other one is obviously going to damage it further. So the question is, what do we want to do? Do we want to appear strong in the eyes of all the other people, the peasants and the nobles and so on and so forth, or do we want to do right by our wife? Well, it's probably a good idea to do right by our wife, isn't it? So I think we'll probably do that. I shall grant your wish. Thank you, Henry. There we go. All right, so there's that. Now you can interact with a couple of things here. As you can see, a family portrait of King George and his children, Henry and Edward, together with George's second wife, Verena. And that's obviously Henry's father. All right, so we're going to go to the first floor now. So we need to go all the way down into the crypt. No, actually, just the main area. Frederick, have you heard what's happening in Alston? Yes, Your Majesty. The news reached me early this morning. What's the mood among the people there? It's tense. The villagers are furious. They demand justice and want the murderer punished. They won't rest until they see him hanged. And if I decide to pardon him, what then? That could spark a rebellion against both you and the governor. You must execute him. If you free him, the villagers might take justice into their own hands. That would lead to more chaos, more violence, and deepen unrest. I understand. Thank you for your honesty, Frederick. Always at your service, Your Majesty. All right, so we already have an idea about what to do. We should probably go and speak to Louis, however we want to say it, and he is over here. Greetings, Louis. Your Majesty, how can I assist you? I want to understand the economic consequences if Alston rebels. Why do you think a rebellion might happen there? A murder took place this week in Alston. Whatever I decide to do with the culprit could spark unrest, either from the governor or the people. Well, in terms of resources or manpower, the loss wouldn't be too great, but there is one serious risk. Most of our goods from Wester pass through Alston's harbour. If they disrupt it, our economy will suffer badly. I see. I will do my best to resolve this without hurting the economy. Without hurting the economy, eh? Alright, let's just institute a huge amount of... I'm not even going to talk about it. Alright, so we're going to go second floor, War Council room. Here we go. Ah, yes, there's the War Council. There are the regions, the factions, the kingdoms, whatever you want to call them. And as you can see, I believe we are Ellender, aren't we? I think we are Ellender. So let's speak to Sir Gregor. Yes, my king. Okay, so tell me about the strategic importance of Alston. Alston holds a crucial position, Your Majesty. It lies at the narrowest point of the northern channel. If King Harold of Irvin seizes it, he could use it as a base to launch an invasion. Do we have enough troops to defend against an attack from Irvin? To be honest, my king, our forces are depleted. We lack soldiers, weapons, and funds. Even at our peak, we were no match for Irvin's army. The channel has been our greatest shield so far. I understand. I will not let Lord James side with my uncle. Alright, so I'm ready to decide. Let's do this. Excellent, my king. Let's go to the throne room so you can announce your decision to the people of Alston. But before that, I must remind you of a third option. Instead of executing him or setting him free, you could imprison him in the dungeon. Be cautious, though. Locking him up might anger both the peasants and the governor. Both sides could become dissatisfied with your choice. I understand. Let's proceed. Lord John, son of Lord James, you stand accused of murdering Walter of Alston. Do you have any final words before the king delivers his judgment? Your Holy Majesty, please, I beg you, I did it only to protect my family's honor. I swear to be your loyal servant. Please, my king, spare me. And so, we now get the option to choose, and what do you want? What do you think? I don't know. I have no idea what the greatest course of action is. However, I actually think that pardoning him is going to be the way to go here, because if we pardon him, we try to repair the relationship between the lord of the village and ourselves, and that, in my opinion, is more important than the vengeance of peasants. No offense, okay? No offense, because the common people are actually important. You need them, but in this moment in time, the governor, right? He's just lost his daughter as well. And if I kill this guy, right, he's gonna be so furious. He is not, we're gonna burn that bridge extremely fast. So I'm gonna say, I hereby find you innocent. You are free to go. Thank you, Your Majesty. I am truly grateful. I won't forget your mercy. I will do my best to convince my father to support you fully. Oh yeah, these guys are going to be really annoyed now. This is an outrage. How could you possibly free this murderer? Damn you, and... That's the king you're speaking to. Watch your tongue and leave while you still have it. Come on, let's go. There's nothing left for us here. Alright, yeah, oh dear. I'm afraid I have made a terrible mistake. You chose the best way to defend the kingdom. Nothing else matters. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's the point. That's exactly what you know, rulers and leaders and so on and so forth are supposed to do. They're not supposed to, you know, make things worse. It's funny considering the current world we live in right now, but yeah, the world leaders are not supposed to make things worse. Yes. Okay. Let's try not to do that, shall we? I heard you set Lord James's son free. Yes, I did. You chose wisely. It was the safest path. We cannot risk Lord James joining forces with Harold of Irvine. Perhaps, but I fear the peasants won't see it that way. My mother would have done the same. She always made Ellender's protection her first concern. Yes, she likely would have. Enough of politics. How are you, Edward? It's been too long since we last spoke. I'm growing tired of this place. The politics, the endless scheming, I wasn't made for it. Then why not leave? Take one of our villas in the outskirts of Ellender. I can't. Mother insists I stay close. I won't abandon her. Verena will manage well enough, but you're welcome to stay here as long as you wish. There's no need to rush. Thank you, Henry. And indeed, we've got some big problems. We've got some big problems because obviously we don't seem to appear to be able to conceive an heir, so that is a little bit of a problem, isn't it? And we now have the opportunity to have dinner with our family. Okay, there we go. So, is Mary joining us for dinner? No, I don't think she will. I spoke with her earlier today. She asked to move into a separate bedroom. And I assume you refused? I allowed it. She is my wife, not my prisoner. But Henry, if word of this spreads, people will lose all hope of you producing an heir. Your legitimacy will be gravely undermined, especially now that your uncle seeks allies within Ellender. I can handle a few angry peasants or a rogue lord. My claim to the throne remains the strongest. You are forgetting our alliance with Wester. I arranged your marriage to Princess Mary of Wester to secure her father, King Cedric's support. That alliance is our only chance against your uncle. If you and Mary give up on having a child, you risk losing Wester's support entirely. At the very least, convince her to keep up appearances. And let the realm believe you're still trying for an heir. I mean, that's actually true. That's kind of true. So I'm going to say it. You are right. I will go talk to her. Okay, go and talk to Mary. Let's do it. I think she is correct. But the problem is, I do want to maintain a decent... I mean, come on. We want to maintain a decent relationship, don't we? I think that's kind of the course of action here. Knocks on the door. Mary, it's me. I don't want to talk. Leave me be. Please, Mary. I know things have been difficult between us, but we must show the people we stand united, for the sake of both our kingdoms. Is that all you care about? Your kingdom? Of course not. I care about you, about us. I don't want this to ruin our marriage. We've shared so many beautiful years together. Those years are long gone. I am no longer the young bride you met in Wester. It wasn't my barrenness that ruined us. It was the way you treated me. You stopped seeing me as your wife and started seeing me as a tool. I have a duty, and so do you. We both serve the kingdom. I wish I could give you children, but I can't. There's nothing either of us can do. I cannot be the queen Ellender needs. You are more than just a queen to me, Mary. I never wanted things to turn out like this. But they did, and now here we are, strangers in the same castle. We can fix this if we try. I don't know if what we had can be mended, but right now I can't see how. Ooh, okay, wow, that's kind of harsh. My king, I have urgent news. Yes, Victor, what happened? A band of peasants from Alston has seized the northern harbour. Merchant ships from Wester cannot supply the north while the harbour remains blocked. So my fears have come true. We must act quickly. I do not think leaving this to Lord James would be wise. You could try to settle it peacefully by sending Frederick to bargain with them. Alternatively, if I could speak, I am the head of intelligence after all, you could send one of the border units to crush this rebellion. The rebels number no more than 20 men. I see. I will speak with Frederick. Thank you, Victor. Alright, so we know where Frederick is, don't we? First floor. I'm just going to check very fast. Yes, Your Majesty. I might need to use your skills. A group of peasants from Alston has seized the northern harbour and blocked it. I can try to calm them and persuade them to leave, but I will need leverage. I suspect they will demand Lord John's head on a pike. Or spike, even. I will not harm him. Then perhaps I can offer them money as compensation. Or I could warn them that if they refuse to stand down, we will send soldiers to clear the harbor. And I fear that sending the army to kill civilians will do more harm than good. Such bloodshed could spark unrest across Ellender. Alright, so... do we want to crush the rebellion? Do we want to crush the rebellion straight away before they have the ability to destroy the Death Star? I don't know. Maybe they do. Anyway, let's see. I will send the army to solve this by force. Let us do that. As you wish, Your Majesty. You should inform Sir Gregor. I will. Thank you, Frederick. Alright, so he's second floor. Okay. The war room is on the second floor. Let us try to remember that. Yes, my king. There is a rebellion at Alston's harbor. I need the northern border unit to put it down. I can send them, but would it not be wiser to let Lord James handle it? If he quells the rebels himself, future uprisings will be aimed at him, not you. That is true. But I fear that letting James handle them on his own may cause the entire North to rise against both him and me. We cannot risk losing the North while my uncle waits for a chance to strike. The people recognize the army's authority more than Lord James's. Then what is your command? Shall I send the border unit or leave it to Lord James? Yeah, whoa, okay, what do we want to do? This is actually kind of a... I feel like this is a big deal. We should inform Lord James. I mean... Yeah, we should inform Lord James. As you wish, my king. I shall send him a messenger at once. Thank you, Gregor. Okay, so the thing is, we're letting him handle it so that future uprisings can potentially be aimed at him. But the question is that a good idea? I don't know. At some point, I feel like we have to put our foot down, as it were, you know? Anyway, my king, I have news from Alston. Lord James's soldiers engaged the rebels and killed them all. All of them? Yes, all of them. I fear how their families will react. I've ordered Victor to send a spy to Alston to monitor any further developments. You did well. I hope that the people of Alston would now be afraid of Lord James and won't rebel again. I hope so as well. Oh, okay. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. This is actually really interesting, actually, to see exactly how your choices are going to impact everything in the future. Act 2, The Bride. Yes, I will increase the interest rate for landowners by 5%, as well as reduce bread prices by 10%. Yes, Louis, that is an excellent idea. It will... Oh, what have we got going on here? Your Majesty, we have royal visitors, Queen Anne of Wester and her second daughter, Princess Elizabeth. I shall meet them at once. Okay, where's that? First floor. There they are. Henry, my dear, it's been ages since I last saw you. Indeed, it's been a long time, darling. I am glad you visited us. Come, let us feast together. We would love to. But before that, may I speak with you privately? Yes, of course. Let's speak at the office. Alright, we're going over here. Oh, wait. Well, I'm gonna have a problem here. My husband, King Cedric, is concerned. Harold of Irvin is preparing to invade the south, and you and Mary still lack an heir. As long as you two don't have an heir, our alliance is in question. I can assure you that our loyalty lies with you, whether we share a common heir or not. Cedric still remembers when our countries were enemies. Without a clear heir, Ellender will fall into chaos, and we have no guarantee that the next king will be loyal to us. If you want our help against Harold, you must have an heir. Mary can't have children. I know. That's why I came here. I have an offer. Mary's younger sister, Princess Elizabeth, has just turned 20, and I can assure you that she is fertile. My offer is this. You shall divorce Mary and wed my second daughter instead. But Ellender prohibits divorce. Our Archbishop will never allow this. You two married at our palace in Wester, and so your marriage is under Western law. And what will happen to Mary? She will return to Wester and marry an old lord that already has children. She cannot stay here in Ellender. I shall return here in 2 weeks with a Western priest and Elizabeth. After your divorce, we will have a private wedding between you two. Do you agree, Henry? Remember, if you disagree, we won't be able to help you against Irvin. Wow, okay, that is, I mean, what are we supposed to do? I mean, for the sake of the kingdom, I guess I have to agree. I guess I have to agree for the sake of the kingdom. I mean, really, what is our job? You know, our job is to take care of the country. Obviously, in this case, this is a pretty big deal, right? This is a pretty big deal. So I'm going to say yeah. Perfect. I shall begin preparing as soon as possible. Okay, yeah, this is really harsh, actually. Really, really, very, very harsh. Okay. Yeah, so they have no idea what's going to happen here. They have no clue. And we are going to be speaking to Sir Gregor. And let's see what we have to say here. Queen Anne has requested that I divorce Mary and wed Elizabeth instead. I agreed to the arrangement. Our alliance with Wester depends on it. I am sorry, Your Majesty. That must have been a difficult decision for you. It was, but it's the only chance I have to save Ellender. Indeed, though Bishop Stephen will be furious. He considers divorce heresy. He will call your marriage to Elizabeth illegitimate. Our marriage will be under Western law. The Archbishop can complain all he likes. Appeasing King Cedric is our top priority. With his support, no one will dare challenge me. Have you spoken to Mary about the divorce? Not yet. I will wait until her family departs. Good luck. Yeah, I think we're going to need it, to be honest. Otherwise, we're going to get stabbed or something. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I don't think she feels any which way about us, to be honest, at this point. And that's actually sometimes worse. Anyway, well, Mary, how was meeting your family after so long? It was less enjoyable than I anticipated. My mother and Lizzie were quite cold and distant, to be honest. Speaking of them, what did you and my mother talk about in the office? I am sorry, Mary. Your mother came here with an offer. She asked me to divorce you and marry Elizabeth instead. I agreed to her offer. I suspected nothing more from my mother, always scheming, but how could you agree to her? After everything we've been through, how could you throw me away and marry my sister? I thought you'd welcome the divorce, or I'm sorry, I had no other option. I mean, both of these are terrible options. Oh no, what are we going to say? I mean, technically, I mean, that's the thing. She gave me the impression that she wanted to work on the relationship, but then she also said that it was, well, not repairable in any way. She said it was damaged beyond repair. So I'm sorry, I had no other option. I need the alliance with Wester to protect us from Irvin. I couldn't turn down your mother's proposal. So the alliance matters more to you than I ever did. What will happen to me now? Am I going back to my parents' castle? Anne said she will marry you to a widowed lord who already has children. So, this is it? I am just going to be sold to an old fart for the highest bid? You will have a better life than you did here. No one will pressure you, and you may grow to like your new husband, unlike what happened with me. I won't do it. I won't marry him. I will run away. If you wish to run away, please do it after our divorce. I can't let you ruin my deal with Anne. Whoa, okay, that's cold. That's cold, Hank. What are you doing there? After we finish the ceremony, you can do whatever you like. All right, then. I shall divorce you. But after that, I'm leaving both Ellender and Wester. I won't get into another unhappy, childless marriage with another match. I shall make my own life. I wish you all the luck in the world. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that actually worked out a little bit better than I anticipated. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Mr. Curry is here. Oh, no. He's going to teach us all about dribbling and how we suck at it. Oh, dear. Okay, no, it's obviously not him. Anyway, the point is, Your Majesty, bring out the old man voice again. I have heard troubling news. Please tell me it is false. If you're here to speak against my divorce, you're wasting your time. The decision is made. Then it is true. You would cast aside your lawful wife, break the sacred vow you made before God. I was married to Mary in Wester under Wester's laws, and under those same laws I can divorce her. God's law does not change to suit the whims of men. No kingdom, no ruler, no law of Wester can overturn it. This is not about faith. It is about the survival of Elander. Wester holds the power to save us. If I refuse their demand, we will stand alone against Irvin. And if you obey it, you will stand alone before God, stripped of his favor. What is a throne if you have lost his grace? You seek to twist his laws to suit your desires, but he does not bend to kings. I am not twisting anything. Mary has given me no heir. Elander needs a future. And is that her fault? Is it her sin to bear alone, or is it that you have grown tired of her and found another to take her place? Watch your tongue, Stephen. I will not. I swore to God, not to you. And I tell you now, if you do this, you set yourself above his law. You make a mockery of marriage, of the church, of all that is sacred. Enough. I will not be lectured by a child, or like a child even. The decision is made. Then may God have mercy on you. I will not bless this union, nor will any true servant of God. And I will return later to strangle you in your sleep. That's what he gives. He gives that kind of energy right there. All right, so talk to King Cedric about the divorce. And we can also talk to Queen Anne and talk to Mary as well if we so desire. Where is Mary, actually? Where is she? I guess we'll just talk to Anne first. Ah, Henry, I'm so pleased you accepted my offer. Have you spoken to Elizabeth yet? No, not yet. We only exchanged a few words when we met last time. Well, you might want to talk to her, considering that in a few hours the two of you are going to be husband and wife. You're right, Anne. I will go talk to her. Good luck. Okay, so going and talking to Elizabeth. She's 20. What? How old are we? Okay, that's a little bit. So that's why you see, this is the thing. That's why I wanted to ask about the age of the governor's daughter. How old was she? Because obviously, here's the thing. This guy, right? The guy that was actually accused of murdering Walter, he was 34. So if the governor has had children relatively close to each other, then she might be anything, basically. She could be 32, she could be 25, she could be 16 or whatever. And that would be, I mean, that would be pretty harsh, I feel, you know? I don't know. Anyway, we don't know. We didn't have the information available. Anyway, Elizabeth, it's pleasant to meet you again. Oh, my king, it's nice seeing you too. No need to call me king. You can just call me Henry, or Hank. Well, Henry, are you nervous about the wedding? Yes, I'm quite nervous. I'm the first of my friends to get married. They're all still waiting for lords to offer their hand. I hope you will like my wedding dress. I'm sure it'll be perfect. How are you feeling about leaving your home? Elander is quite different from Wester. I like it here. The weather is warmer and calmer, but I am afraid I will miss my friends and my mother. I hope I won't be lonely here. Don't worry, Elizabeth. I'm sure you'll find new friends here at the palace, and your mother will surely visit you at least once a year. Also, if your mother agrees, we can ask one of your friends to come here and marry someone from the court. Perhaps even my brother, Edward. So, if Edward is your brother, then Verena must also be your mother. No, she is my stepmother. Edward and I only share the same father. Ah, I see. I thought she was your mother as well, since she was so active in arranging the marriage. What do you mean, active? I haven't even discussed this marriage with her. Well, I don't know exactly, but she spent a lot of time with my mother. Strange. Nevertheless, I'm glad I spoke to you. I hope we will have a prosperous marriage. I hope so as well. See you, Henry. Alright, so talk to Mary. I don't know where she is, so that's a little bit of an issue, because let's face it, I do not remember where to go. I'm going to assume she's in the bedroom up here. No, she's not. Okay. Oh dear. Oh no. She might be in the bedroom. Okay, there we go. Is she? No, she's not here. Okay, wow. Has she disappeared? Or is she somewhere else? Because she's not here. This is Cedric right here. There she is. I'm sorry it had to come to this. You got exactly what you wanted. A young and fertile queen as well as a military alliance. I wish we could have worked things out between us, but they left me no choice. There's always a choice. If you had the option to stay here as my wife or spend your life on the run, what would you choose? I would like to stay in Ellender, not as your wife, but as your friend. You know that isn't possible. It is. Keep me as your wife. I will move to a different estate. You'll be free to take mistresses and lovers, while I shall have a life of my own. But then Cedric and Anne will withhold their support, and I'll remain vulnerable to an attack. This is your decision to make. You need to choose whatever you see fit. Okay, so yeah, I mean that's the funny thing. I don't know why we didn't just do that beforehand. You know, we had all those years to come up with a plan because we knew that the alliance with Wester was hinging on this entire air-making business. So I don't know what's going on with that, but oh well. We meet again, Henry. I'm glad to see you, Cedric. The last time we met was at our castle during your wedding with Mary. I am sorry the princess we gave you was deficient. I hope to remedy that mistake with your marriage to Elizabeth. I wouldn't call Mary deficient. She was a great queen and a good wife to me. But she is deficient. If she can't fulfill her main purpose in this world, then she is a wasted child. I am ashamed I even let her marry you in the first place. Well, I'm sorry, this is your opinion of Mary. Have you decided what will happen to her after the divorce? Yes, she will marry Count Olaf of Northwester. That bastard is already 70 years old and has 5 children from his former wife. Well, perhaps you will consider letting Mary stay unwed. This is none of your concern, Henry. Once you divorce her, she will return to my care, and I can marry her to whomever I see fit. You will have a new wife, one which is much better than Mary. All right, then. I will see you at the ceremony. You know, I want to slap this guy. I want to slap him because of the voice I gave him. All right, so talk to the priest once you are ready to divorce. 2nd floor, throne room. Yeah, that's exactly where we are right now. Okay, here we go. Are you ready for the divorce, Your Majesty? Yes, I am. Good, let us begin the ceremony. Okay, let's actually see what happens here. We gather here today to cancel the marriage of King Henry, son of George and Jane, and Queen Mary, daughter of King Cedric and Queen Anne. The husband, King Henry, asked for the divorce. What is your reason behind this request? Infertility. I find your reason satisfying. Do you wish to continue with the divorce? Remember that this decision is final, and you two won't be able to remarry ever again. Okay. I would like to continue with the divorce. Okay, I mean, come on, we've come all this way. I don't like Cedric at all, and generally, should I actually do this? I feel mean. I feel mean, and it feels bad. It feels bad to do this, to be honest. Anyway, then I hereby declare that you two are no longer married and are free to marry whoever you see fit. Splendid. We shall return here tomorrow morning for the wedding. Prepare yourselves. Oh wow. Okay, that was quick. I, Henry, take you, Elizabeth, to be my lawful wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do us part. I, Elizabeth, take you, Henry, to be my lawful wedded husband, and so on and so forth. Then I now pronounce you husband and wife. Elizabeth will now be known as Queen Consort of Ellender. Once again, the kingdoms of Ellender and Wester are united in holy matrimony. May your marriage be as prosperous as our alliance. Okay, there we go. And we have a new one. Okay, we got to talk to that guy. Oh, no. Welcome back to our family. Thank you, Cedric. You can count on us to help you against Erwin. If Harold would decide to invade the Ellender, our army will stand alongside you. I'm grateful for your help. Are we? Are we really? Talk to Queen Anne. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Congratulations, Henry. Slip of the tongue. Thank you, Anne. Your former wife was quite problematic. My guard saw her trying to flee the castle after the ceremony ended. She's now being held by our carriage. I hardly think that's necessary. I can't allow her to escape. Her marriage to Count Olaf is important to us. The past few years have been unbearably hard on Mary. She's endured scorn from the court, the lords, and even the peasants for more than a decade. And now she's had to watch her sister marry her former husband. She deserves the right to choose her own future. Yes, he's actually doing a good thing here. Oh, Henry, I'm afraid that's not possible. This marriage was Cedric's arrangement. Our daughters don't have a say in any of this. Their duty is to do as we decide. The future of Wester outweighs the happiness of our daughters. Well, yeah, your children are not pawns for you to play with. I'm going to say that. They need to choose their own path. If that's true, then why did you agree to our deal? You cast aside your wife and married our younger daughter. You only care about securing your rule. Stop pretending you're above this. This is a game of power and influence, and those who forget that pay the price. Farewell, Henry. We'll meet again. Ooh, okay, we got told off. We got told off right there. We see, this is the thing. We're all over the place now, aren't we? It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible that I'm just like, oh, I feel bad. You see, I feel bad. I wish we could have done something to help her. You know. Anyway, Your Majesty, no, I will not call you that. You have forfeited the grace of God and the right to rule in His name. Mind your words, Stephen. You stand in my court. I stand in a den of sin. You have defied the holy sacrament of marriage, cast aside your lawful wife like she was nothing. Watch yourself. I have tolerated your outbursts, but I will not tolerate treason. Treason! You speak of treason when it is you who have betrayed God. Your rule not by birthright alone, but by divine favor, and you have severed that bond. I rule by my strength, by my will, and by the support of my allies. I do not need your blessing. By the authority granted to me as Archbishop of Ellender, I declare you excommunicated. I missed one. He said, then hear this. Your marriage is a sham. Your rule is a stain upon this land. Any man who follows you follows a heretic. You would dare turn the church against me? The church is already against you. The lords who still fear God will know your reign is cursed. Your people will whisper, your enemies will grow bolder, and when your throne crumbles beneath you, you will remember this moment. Get out of my sight. You can banish me from your court, but you cannot banish the judgment of heaven. Oh, wow, he's got some lines. He's got some fancy lines right there. And we've now entered Act 3. War. Yeah, what is it good for? Not much. All right. That is actually where I am going to end this episode off here. If you want to check out Pitchforks and Daggers, there is a link in the description. I'm not entirely sure if it has a demo available. I don't think it does, but it is going to be available very, very soon, and you can add it to your Steam wishlist so you're notified when it is actually released and all that wonderful stuff. So yeah, if you're a fan of political intrigue and really, really cool, impact choices and so on and so forth, then, look no further. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.